to draw far from that. And so I want to talk about Colossians 2:13. It says, when you were dead, when you were dead in your transgressions and the uncircumcision of your flesh, he made you alive together with him, having forgiven us all our transgressions. Same in that one, right? All of it. All our transgressions. Then he describes it, verse 14, having canceled out the certificate of debt consisting of decrees against us, and which was hostile towards us, and he has taken it out of the way, having it nailed it to the cross. I want to talk about this word, certificate of debt. What he took away from us and what you and I are free from. He took away the certificate of debt that consisted of decrees that were against you and hostile towards you. This is powerful stuff. So what an amazing work of God, the doings of God. How many people thank God for the doings of his salvation, right? That our hope of salvation, that God took away this certificate of debt that consisted decrees against us. The word certificate of debt means the handwritings of witness. Can you imagine a person without Jesus Christ and they die? They're before God and out comes this list of transgression. Line by line, moment by moment, the time they stole and lied, the time they spit on the ground, from the time they got mad. I mean, I'm talking a list of decrees. And this person without Jesus is going to stand there while the law is shouting out right at him, against them. That's this certificate of debt. It consisted of decrees. The word decree means judgments. True, accurate accounts of our lives that had transgression in it. You guys got this? You guys, it's sinking in, isn't it? And when I saw this, I wept like a baby again, like I got born again. Just, I could not even go to the realms of the powers and angelic. I was just stuck in saying, thank you for the blood. This certificate of debts, it's where we all fell short of things that was done wrong. Lies, lack of integrity, looking at things wrongly, hurting others, motive, selfishness. The certificate of debt means it was an official letter in judicial terms of decreed judgments after long investigation. And this decrees against us put a guilty conscience on us. To where no matter where you look, guilty, 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 guilty. You guys got this? And God has taken it out of the way and nailed it to the cross. This is powerful. This makes me want to worship and say, oh, I love you, you know. Listen to this decree, this guilty conscience, because God's law was hostile towards us. Isn't that something? And so this law was given, though. How do you know this law? The laws were given not so we obey them. Do you understand that? The laws were given according in Galatians chapter 3 and verse 21. I'm just going to read this. You know, this is powerful stuff. You guys, I'm coming to a point, I really am. I'm hoping I could get to the four realms of God's presence. But in Galatians 3 in verse 21. It says, is the law then contrary to the promise of God? May it never be. For if a law had been given, which is able to impart life, then righteousness indeed would have been based on the law. But listen to this. But the scriptures has imprisoned everyone under sin. The law imprisoned everybody under sin, so that the promise by faith in Jesus Christ might be given to those who believe. Now, I'm just follow along with me. It says, therefore, the law has become a tutor in Galatians 3:24 to lead us to Christ. You know what the word lead means? The word lead means to induce labor. It means to quicken the process so something can be birthed. You guys got that? So the law was given so the process can be moved fast forward to cry out for a Savior. You guys got that? Not so we could go back to make things right, but so we could go to Him. So that law was a tutor. The word tutor means a boy that's disciplined. I mean, I'm talking spanked and disciplined and disciplined and spanked. That's what the law did. So this decree, so the law became our tutor, became our schoolmaster. And so this list, though, back in Colossians, this list right here was hostile towards us. This list of decrees before Jesus, before we surrendered to Christ, this list followed us along and reminded us every day, you're guilty. You blew it. You've made mistakes. How can you listen to this? The word hostile, your mistakes. It beats you down to where there's hopelessness that sets in. Ever before you, this list of transgressions where you cross the line. Transgression means to cross the line. That was beating us and weighing us with guilt, that we became, like in verse 13, dead. We became dead. No more life to try. This decree, this certificate of decrees that declared us every single day guilty. And it was against us and it was hostile. It pushed us around. But God has taken it out of the way. Do you hear this? But God has taken it out of the way. How? By nailing it on Jesus, and Jesus was nailed to the cross. He nailed it.